selling, niggas jealous, bitches yelling, endless selling units. We so true to this. Real niggas know who we is. You ain't a goon dude. Nah. Don't do what goons do. Okay. I'm triple crown hoes. Man, I'm so goon cool. Superman fly. Tailor made fresh. I still tote the tech for you suckers who wanna flex. Know why? I'm Goon Cool. Man, I'm so Goon Cool. Superman fly.
What's going on, guys? I'm Orel, also known as swaggtech. You're gonna catch me looking at myself like a lot. Because I want to make sure that I'm lining everything up correctly as I'm talking to you, because today I'm going to show you how I did the RSST modification. So here's the Mixtape. RSST has become a very popular Genesis atomizer for great reasons. I haven't had any leaking since I've got the thing, with the exception of a user error, which was me tightening this down too tight. I guess we'll handle some RSST house cleaning right now. If you tighten this screw down too tight, you're going to push your insulator out of the bottom. You're going to force your tank up just a little bit. You're not going to be able to see it. Everything's going to get kind of loose, and you'll be able to find play in each individual part of the tank. When that happens, juice will get into your center post and leak down into the mod. It's not a lot, but you'll notice it's wet, and you'll think your RSST is leaking. It is not leaking. Take it completely apart, pull out all of the insulators, everything. Take each individual piece apart, and then put it back together properly. Press fit everything into place, and I guarantee you it won't leak again. If it does, then you have a faulty unit. I only say that because mine ain't leaking. Maybe I just got a great unit. That's what she said. Okay, so about the modifications that I've done to this. House cleaning aside, I've drilled an extra fill hole there so that I can make use of the stock fill hole as a wick hole. And then on my top cap here, I have drilled an extra air hole for dual wick purposes. So, no, not dual wick, dual coil. Sorry. How I did this. Alright, how about this? I'm going to show you what I used. Because unless I buy a whole new tank, I can't show you exactly what I did. Well, I can't show you exactly how to do it, but I can tell you what I used and how I did it. So, I got myself a drill. Picked this bad boy up from Pep Boys. It's 25 bucks. Excellent price. 2700 RPMs. Plenty strong enough. Has an adjustable dial on it so you can dial in just the right speed you need. It is corded. I don't know, this is not going to be a drill review. It's just if you got a Pep Boys nearby, these are cheap. These are great. It has earned a place in my vape closet because I just don't see the point in returning it, and it only cost me 25 bucks and it did the job that it was supposed to do. It will come in handy. So if you don't have one and you get into rebuildables, Pep Boys has these for cheap, and you can get one today. I also picked up 2 drill bits. Well, actually, they're 2 to a pack, so we'll say 4. They're $2.30 a piece, well, as far as the packs go. And these are the sizes I decided to walk away with. 5/64 of an inch, which is 1.98 millimeters, and 2/32 of an inch, which is 2.38 millimeters. These are the only 2 that I used during this modification. I'm pretty sure it can be done a lot cleaner and a lot better with a smaller drill bit to work your way up to these, if this is, the size hole you were going for. So, I used my smaller drill bit and started that hole, and I actually completed that hole with the smaller drill bit and left it alone. So I used the 5/64 for this, and it was just perfect because I can refill there, and it's still large enough to let some air in to help with wicking, but still small enough not to leak. So that's how I drilled that hole. This addy deck is thick, I will say that. It takes a while to get through it. Just keep working it. You'll see you're getting there. You may dull out a drill bit before you make it all the way through it. They come 2 to a pack. Slap another one on there and finish the job. Once you finish that, then you have a fill hole. that turns that wick hole, that fill hole, into a wick hole. It is not insulated, so be careful when running stainless steel mesh unless you oxidize it very well, or you do what I'm going to do in the future and bore that hole out even more and then insulate it yourself, which is my next plan. For the top cap, the holes that I put here, the original hole, I just bored it out with the 3/32 with the larger one. And for my secondary hole, I started with the smaller 5/64 and then went up to the 3/32. And that's how I got it. As far as how I got it to sit perfectly and decided where to place the wick hole, well, where to place the air hole, I'm sorry. I already had this built with a single piece of ceramic. That's how I was using it before instead of the stainless steel. I stuck a piece of stainless steel mesh into my fill hole so I can see exactly where it was from the outside, and then I marked it and drilled it. I was a little high, as you can see there, but I'm still directly over my coil, so I'm good. No problems. That's it. 5 minutes, 49 seconds, 50 seconds. That's all I did. Drilled a couple of extra holes and then built my coil. Once you get that extra fill hole into your addy deck, it opens up dual coil possibilities, especially if you drill out an extra hole there. I tried it with one hole and I figured, okay, well, my air hole is plenty big, so I'm just going to rotate it over to the middle. It didn't work. You're going to need an extra air hole. No matter how big or how small, you're going to need at least one to go with that extra coil. As far as wicking with the ceramic, that's the other question that I got. Wicking with the ceramic has been stellar, just as fine as stainless steel mesh in my opinion. I haven't had any dry hits. I have VG juice in there now. This is all VG juice, no PG. And I'll take a vape. I don't expect to get anything dry from this at all. So it's doing its job very well. It's staying moist. Look at that. There's no issues. Coils aren't glowing red hot. I could do the Genesis tilt and get even better wicking, but hey, I really don't have to. I do it from habit at this point by just aligning my air holes down. That way when I tilt it to vape it, they're wicking. But no dry hit for me. So that's it. There's nothing else to be said about that so far. Where we are with the RSST, it has been modified to accept dual coils. I'm happy with it. As I make changes, I will update you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, swaggtech@gmail.com. Find me on Reddit. I'm over there with a lot of cool people who know just as much. A lot of them know more than I do. And yeah, just wherever you see me, I'm open to answering questions anytime. I love doing it. So that's it. Look, I'm Orel, also known as swaggtech. My hair looks crazy today, as it always does, but it looks extra crazy on this day. Thank you so much for watching and putting up with me and my rambling. I'm going to take another vape and get out of here. Safe clouds.